I met a Gypsy.
I don't like is how dead magazines don't exist anymore. Because, and I keep saying this, I've got a younger sister. I've got two sisters. One's 18 and one's 8. So there's some quite big gaps. But my middle one was never really too interested in riding too much. Well, she never really bothered. But my younger one is big into ride. Like, she loves riding. She goes racing. Her and my dad go racing every weekend. So like my dad's full circle. He's like super involved. Like all in. He's like dad. Every weekend. He's like, well, now she's obviously she's more fortunate, like I can sort bikes out, whatever. She's got like a trials bike, she's got a motocross bike, she's just got like do whatever you want. So obviously she's got no interest in riding trials because no kids do unless they're forced to, it seems like. So she's riding motocross and enduro quite a bit. But anyway, I'm like, you need to get her magazines, because I remember as a kid, we didn't used to have an iPhone. I used to sit on like a 6-hour drive to like a British Championship, and I would study magazines. I'd have like Dirt Magazine, Mountain Bike UK, Dirt Bike Rider. I'd have like, and I would just study like the most bizarre shit. Like I'd study what finger riders used to use on the clutch, and I'd look at where people, I'd look at like stickers on bikes, and I remember just like cover to cover, it would be like the same magazine in the van for like a month at a time. So I'd be like every journey looking at the same pictures. But I honestly think it just benefited us so much.
Dude, I 100% agree.
Because it's just not the same. Like you zoom in a picture on Instagram, it's 100% not the same. Like I remember like so many pictures, like even like I say to Tommy, if he's not really like cottoned on really, but I used to be like studying pictures of him in Dirt Bike Rider from, I can't even think what year it was, but like when he just came back from America, probably on Kawasaki, I'd be like, studying pictures of him, like all MXGP guys. Like, I don't know, I feel like I just got such an influence from so much, because I was just like watching and looking at so much different stuff. So like ever since then, like since I watched the Brendan Seminock stuff, stuff like that, I always, aside from racing, I always wanted to be like him. Like I wanted to have a track at my house. That's and a guy that comes in videos. Like that's always been like a dream in the back of my mind, because obviously when everyone's putting so much effort into getting you to races or whatever, like you have to be, that's kind of the goal, is to get results or whatever. It's always difficult to kind of dream outside the box, I guess, when it's, so difficult to get there in the first place. But I've always kind of, like I say, wanted to be that guy. There was the Athertons also did a webisode of Red Bull. Theirs was pretty cool. I'm trying to, there used to be a few I used to watch anyway and stuff like that. So like I've always that's kind of always been what I wanted to do, as well as racing. And I can always feel like it's possible, but obviously it requires, you got to know what you're doing to a certain degree. Like now, with how easy it is to pick up a camera, pick up a phone and make a vlog, it's a lot easier, but it's still difficult. Like I tried to make vlogs a couple of times before kind of Ed eventually said, like, you need to make vlogs, like your personality, the amount of different places you're going, it's like entertaining, you need to do it. And I'm like, I've tried, it's just not as easy as it seems. And then it was like Ed that finally gave us like the kick. He's like, we built the track at Ed's house. He's like, let's vlog this, let's video it. So he did all of the first, I think it was like 7 or 8 episodes. And they went down like pretty good, like all pretty consistent. I was kind of expecting probably like a spike, like one got mad views, one didn't get many, but it was just like super consistent growth, like real solid comments, like everyone supportive. And I was like, I'll try and keep it going and stuff like that. Then eventually that was pretty much the kick, really. Like I did a couple on a GoPro, and now like, okay, the audio's not that good on this, like, well, let's get a camera. And then just kind of spiraled from there, really. And then, but wanted to learn, kind of like everything I do. I like really wanted to learn, figure out how to do it and stuff. Didn't want to like rely on Ed to do, wanted to be able to, obviously it's nice to come home and if he videos a vlog or whatever, he'll edit it and it's like a super nice one to look at and nice crispy editing and stuff like that. But I wanted to get to a point where I can kind of survive and keep it going on my own and stuff like that. So that's kind of brings us to where we are now. And like the Instagram kind of, I think, just developed alongside that, really. Like from the start of Enduro, I guess it has a much bigger audience, so my Instagram grew pretty fast within the first couple of years of Enduro. But I always just do, like, I think there's a lot more I could do to grow it faster. Like, I see stuff that's trending, like everyone's riding like big adventure bikes and stuff like that now, and it's getting crazy numbers. But to me, it's just just not cool. Like, I just not on board with it. Like, I understand why a lot of people, hobby guys, people think it is impressive to see the bike do that, but at the end of the day, I feel like there's so many people that could do the same thing. Like, I just do whatever I think is cool at the end of the day. I'd never force it. Like, it's just like, and again, if no videos happen from the end of the day, like, I go, oh, that would have been cool to do, but it's like not a big deal at the end of the day. Like, it's all just not forced. I think that's why it comes across so well, is like, it is just super raw as it is, like, natural. What if I think it's cool, if I'm happy with, like, there's times I've asked people, I've got videos and I've asked like Roxy, my girlfriend, or mechanic, to stand there, and I'm like, oh, I don't even like how it looks in the end. Like, they've stood there for like 30 goes or something, and then I haven't even posted it. It's like, I know for a fact it would still go crazy. Like, people would love it. Like, you could do a wheelie, people froth over it, do you know what I mean? They love it, but I'm just like, oh, I don't really like it. It's not that cool. So I'm pretty critical of it, and like, I know that's kind of a downfall, and that's a little bit of a drawback to it, but at the same time, it's like, it's something that I want to be proud of, and I want to kind of take, look back on and be proud of everything that I've done on it, to be fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man, you're so right. Like, I think about this generation, like just the pure Instagram generation, like, have missed out on so much dope shit. Like, I should post a photo one day if my parents still have all my magazines. Like, I would have legitimately hundreds and hundreds of magazines that I read from cover to cover. Like, I've always been pretty big into reading anyway, but like, dude, the magazines was just like a thing for me. And then the DVDs, I mean, I got pretty lucky. I think it's probably why I ended up going into filming. My uncle actually made some pretty famous mountain bike DVDs. He was kind of like one of the first dudes to ever like kind of get into downhill, and he made like the first downhill movie and stuff. So I think I probably got into it through that. But like, yeah, our generation of crazy dope like VHS tape mountain bike films, and like the snowboard films and all the crusty demons, and you just sit there and like, even me and Ricardo were talking about it, like, all the words to all the songs. All my music taste came from all of these films, and you can still put in some of those DVDs today and just be like, fuck, we had it good. And now it's like 15-minute like 15-second fucking TikTok songs that you just scroll. It's just the same song every single fucking reel. Looking back, it was such a sick time, and it also the lack of availability, I think, was super. Like, looking back, is probably annoying. Like, I remember I had Nitro 2, I think it was the one where Streetbag Tommy overshoots the foam pit, and that was like the only Nitro Circus thing I had for a long time. I probably got it for Christmas, I guess 7 or 8, something like that. And that was the only Nitro thing that I had for so long. Just because, like, you didn't really shop on the internet then. So, like, in the UK, there wasn't a big thing. So, like, if anything that would come up of a DVD, a crusty DVD, whatever, like, my parents would buy and I get it for Christmas or my birthday or whatever. Like, but they didn't know what they were buying either. Like, I remember, like, I got, like, the crusty soundtrack CD. My mum fully thought it was the DVD. I'm like, I thought it was the DVD. I plug it in and it's just like the soundtrack. So I was, oh, well, that's better than nothing. Like, used to stare at the picture of probably Steph Henslow or whoever it was about to wad themselves on a dune. That was like the picture on the front of the CD cover. But like, yeah, that was the Nitro 2 was the only Nitro DVD I had for so long, and I used to just know the whole words of like the voiceover guy, what chapter was coming up next, and whenever someone would say something stupid, I'd be like, seeing it as they came out with it. I think just like you just valued it so much more because there was so much. It was like it was so valuable to you. And then I remember the Travis 199 Lives DVD came out, and I was like, the internet is obviously a lot bigger back then, and I'd kind of caught wind of it, and I'm just like, I need this DVD. Like, Travis was like the god literally to me at that point, like the god, and I'm just like to my dad, I need this DVD, and he got it imported off the internet, like from America. I obviously had to pay like import duty or whatever on it. Then I just watched that like repeat. We had a little like a little DVD player in the back of our old van we used to go racing to, and that was just 109 laps, just on repeat. That was it, over and over again. It was just,
And like you say, exactly the same with the magazines. I just study just the most bizarre things. I remember even like the shop adverts in the magazines. Yeah. I'm just reading fucking every single thing just because I just wanted more and more and more. Whereas now I feel like there's just too much for kids. They can't choose. Whereas that kind of probably what give me such a drive to want to do more, want to be more, want to be in the magazines. Because I just had such a like love for them, and yeah, I'd get in the van, pull the magazine out the side pocket, and that was it. Me for the next 2 hours just staring at just pictures of the whatever I could find.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.